Welcome to the Choral Quiz, round 8, cryptics. I never used to be able to do cryptic crosswords, and I found this really frustrating. I found it even more annoying when I saw the answer and it still didn't make any sense. So I asked some friends that I knew could do this kind of wordplay, and after a while I sort of worked out how the clues and the answers are put together, and then got really into them, so much so that on Facebook now I have a series called Cryptic Charades, where films and books and TV programs and songs are put into cryptic crossword style clues, and then when someone solves it I put up the next clue, and it just kind of rolls on. One of the categories is choral works, so I've taken 10 of these cryptic charades to make this round of the Choral Quiz. As we go through, if you just want to press pause so you've got more time to work out the answer, that's fine. You may work out the answer straight away and not need any help. What I'll do though is I'll say the clue, we'll put that on screen, we'll then put up the composer name as a bit of a hint, unless the composer name is part of the answer, in which case it'll be some other kind of hint. And then I'll just explain how the clues put together. And you can just fast forward through those bits if you know exactly what I'm going on about. But I certainly found it very helpful when I was learning to do cryptics, when someone kind of took the clue apart. So I'm not trying to teach any grandmothers to suck eggs, but that'll be the sequence of this round. Are you ready? Let's play the Choral Quiz. The Choral Quiz. The first cryptic is dog. And the answer is God is gone up. Makes even more sense in a real crossword where sometimes the words go down. So a word going up just means in reverse order. Here's the next one. West Hampstead Station to be refurbished. No date given for completion. And the answer is St. Matthew Passion. With cryptics, it's important that the clue makes sense as a sentence or a statement. But the answer is usually not a literal interpretation of it. It's more just to do with playing with the words and playing with the letters within the words. So if you take West Hampstead Station, if you take the letters of those words and play around with them, it's an anagram, to be refurbished, that's the clue that tells you, we're going to refurbish those letters, and you get St. Matthew Passion, D-A-T-E. You get 4 extra letters. So then we have to add an extra bit to the original clue saying no date given. So an anagram of West Hampstead Station without date for completion of the clue. Fun, isn't it? What about this one? The commercial arm of an American university. Stanford in C. And you just have to read that slightly differently to make Stanford Inc. Here's the next clue. Just after the war, I'm queer could not be stated overtly. This is another anagram one. I'm queer. You can't state that overtly. You have to state it covertly, which is playing around with it, to respell it as requiem. And that's after the war, as in war requiem. But because it's war requiem, this is working on several levels of meaning. Here's the next cryptic. A handful of ballads about Mr. Tickle's daughter. And the answer is 5 mystical songs. You just have to say it out loud. Next, one day, darling, on our 10th anniversary, it'll be just you and me. So if we take this apart, one day is Tuesday, or choose as it's abbreviated. Darling is pet. On our 10th anniversary, there's the 10th letter of anniversary. So that's a bit cheeky, isn't it? But the 10th of anniversary, it'll be just you and me, us. So we spell out tu es Petrus. Next, extreme coronavirus infection occurs when a large number of people are in close proximity. And this is Coronation Mass. So we're taking the extremes of the words coronavirus infection to spell coronation. And a large number of people in close proximity is a mass. Next, it looks like 0 degrees equals 1 second. There's a hyphen or a dash or a minus sign. This is a real nerd fest. 0 degrees as a bearing is due north, so that's N. Equals means is. 1 is I in Roman numerals. The inverted commas that look like they might mean seconds in this instance mean ditto or do. And then we have a minus sign, so we spell out Nisi Dominus. Here we go with the next one. Charlie, the guy's into S&M, harmless spanking on the bottom. So here, Charlie is the letter C, because it's the NATO alphabet. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie. This guy is another guy's name, Hubert. And C and Hubert go into S and M, the letters. Harmless spanking is the word spanking without any harm in it. The spank is the harm. So you're just left with ing. On the bottom, ASSING, which spells out Schubert Mass Ing. And finally, this will have to be in quite small print so it all fits onto the screen. Now we can't even wave the English flag on 23rd of April. Thanks to the woke brigade, a so-called piece of musical culture will be shoved down our throats at what used to be a glorious celebration of our heritage, the last night of the proms. No doubt selected by the chairperson, if we're still even allowed to say that, of a BBC committee of metrosexual snowflakes. But now the Daily Mail can exclusively reveal the title of this probably EU-sponsored anti-British song, and unbelievably, it's been named after this shameless bureaucrat himself, or herself, or, as we're probably legally obliged to say now, theirself. Are there no depths of loony leftism to which these killjoy Corbynistas will not stoop? What's wrong with Edward Elgar? Too dead white male for these self-righteous, right-on, Guardian-reading busybodies? It's political correctness gone mad! What's nice about this one is that the answer is actually a piece by Edward Elgar. It's The Banner of St. George. Thank you for playing the Choral Quiz. Bye!